This is wave braid, and it was very popular during the Victorian times and the turn of the last century. It's machine made and it just looks like chevron. In crochet, it kind of looks like chevron in the back loop only to create lovely ridges. But yes, it's machine made and really fun to work with. This video is going to be a bit tricky because it's all silver, so very reflective. But it's been on my wish list to make some lace with that, and my book obviously has a few patterns. And I got to try them, which I am so stoked about. Absolutely stoked if I can find them. Because, I don't know, I thought it was so fun. And these, they have various braids. I've got the coronation braid, I think was one which was popular as well. Down here, this one, number 21, is an example of some narrow wave braid edging. As you can see, it's just crocheted onto above mesh and then scallops. And then we have scalloped edging of wave braid. Oh, and picoed edging of wave braid. And scallop of wave braid. Okay. Ignore it. So I started with this one, and this is what it came out like. I will just show you. I used this thread. Oh my god, that's so not even interesting. What is interesting is I used my Alexandra hook. This is a size 5.5, and this is the cap, and then you pull it off and it reveals this tiny hook. You have the registration number 271297, and the cap obviously becomes a handle. This is the hook. Very nice to use. And what's so cool is in a haberdashery set I bought way before this hook, it came with this broken hook. And I thought nothing of it really. I thought one day I'll find out what that is, and I got to, which is so fun. It's another Alexandra hook, but one which is broken. And this is what the hook looks like underneath. The broken one is a size 3.5, I believe, so it's bigger. But yeah, and then you have the metal on top. It is just in the coil fashion, which is pretty popular around the 1850s. And then is that's 5.5. And then it's just the cap, which pretty much the same, just 3.5 instead of 5.5. But I thought that was so fun that I get to see the insides of this. Of course, you can't use it unless you were to repair it. But it's a great example of what the hook is. Yeah, I'm going to keep that nice and safe. Okay. And the thread was just from AliExpress, and I thought it kind of sucks what to do with it, but I'm glad I kept it just sitting around because, silver wave braid, silver thread, perfect. Okay, now I'm ready. This is the back, this is the front. And it's just wave braid with that simple design. What was this one called? Scalloped edging of wave braid. Great. Nothing much to it, but it is going into my lace book, the lace sample book, because this was quite popular and I think it would be fun. It crosses off micro crochet and wave braid, and also it just looks really good. It's pretty festive. I'll post it that again. And then I made this one, which is this. One issue is the thread I crocheted is a bit small and my stitches were a bit tight, so it wants to just curl up. So, But otherwise, if I just show you the really good part, it's pretty nice. I thought you wouldn't see the scallops as much, but no, It's pretty decent. And they're nice and shiny and silver, so that's good. I like silver. And the edges are a bit messy, and I left the thread out just so when I'm going through my book I can see exactly what thread I was using. But one issue with this braid is the ends start coming undone. So if you're working with it and you crocheted and you don't want it unraveling and your stitches dropping out, I recommend putting either a bit of glue on there or clear nail polish, and then, you know, kind of cements into place. This would look nice like for a choker of some jewelry. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool. And another thing which is cool about them, going back to this one, is it's pretty much the same size as the engraving in the book. I don't know, I think that's nice. And the book isn't where I saw them for the first time. That's just where I got these patterns from. But again, from a haberdashery set, I was lucky enough to receive this stitchery, and it is great. Flora Klickman was responsible for all of these books up here. So, you know, very, very well made. And just at a glance, it is pretty good quality. There's only a bit of crochet in here, and that's more towards the end. But you do get some laces. And then you get this lovely tatted and crochet bag, which when I grow the balls, I will have to make this. It's written pretty well, and it's a bit sassy too. Here, the cord which draws up at the top of this bag is made through a reel on 6 pins, as most kindergarten children know how to do. Okay, but that's how it's look. Bit sassy though. And then the end page is Van Dyke braid. In the Victorian one, it's called wave braid, and then this is, I think, around 1911. I can't remember. And it's called Van Dyke braid, and it gives you an edging, a medallion, and an insertion, which is awesome. Their braid is a bit sharper than my one, which I will find. I'll find more wave braids anyways, because it's pretty fun to do. But when I saw this, I wanted to attempt it, and I've got a failed attempt to show you. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna cover it up so it looks almost like it's not a fail, so you kind of question like, that's failed. But yeah, this is it. Oh, it just doesn't look as good as theirs. Anyway, I couldn't sew it up properly because the braid kept unraveling, but this is what we have. If nothing, it's a bit of a micro crochet and a nice shadow. If my braid was a bit sharper like theirs, it might have looked so much cooler. But anyways, I'm pretty satisfied with these, and they're going into my book, of course, because I'm proud of these ones. These ones I have no issue displaying and remaking, and it was pretty easy to do. There's nothing really complicated going on. Anyways, just wanted to share that with you. I'll have to find some other kind of lace works to try out now, but super happy I've got that sorted and done, and got some more spare one, and of course I'm not running out of thread. And any excuse to use an antique hook in it. Anyways, that's it.